All right, guys, how's it going? Now, before I get into this video, I just want to let you know I'll be live on here tonight at 7 o'clock, all right? 7 o'clock UK time, if you want to come along and have a natter about all things LFC. So today, Bad News Pearce has provided a roundup, if you like, for The Athletic. All right, now, in this roundup to do with Liverpool matters, it was part of a longer article by Athletic staff for various clubs, all right? So when it turns to Liverpool, James Pearce steps in and provides us with lots of bad news, which you can understand now why he gets the nickname Bad News Pearce. We're going to take a look at what he said. I'm not going to read it to you. I've submitted the article to Dave, my AI assistant that I've trained to analyse football news articles, the journalists that write them and the publications that push them on us. And we also have a log for everything James Pearce says, so we can look for changes, inconsistencies, or just changes of opinions, things like that, really. So Dave says, TLDR, too long, don't read first, all right? This is a routine weekly club update dressed up as transfer relevance. There's no Canate Real Madrid angle, no new Gay movement, no January ambition revealed. It's an injury update, academy signings, and a firm message that Liverpool are not doing anything serious this month unless the market falls into their lap. In short, informative but utterly unexciting, right? That's what James Pearce has wrote today. If you're going to stay with me, we're now going to break it down a little bit, all right? But that was the TLDR version or summary. The headline versus reality, implicit because it's a roundup. This isn't sold as an exclusive, and to be fair to Pearce, it doesn't pretend to be one either. But if fans clicked hoping injuries might force Liverpool's hand in January, especially at centre-back, they'll come away disappointed. The subtext question is clearly, with injuries piling up, could Liverpool panic and buy? The answer repeatedly and firmly is no, calm down. What Pearce is actually saying when you strip down this article that he wrote today, injuries are bad, but not panic buy bad. Bradley, season ending, Leone, ACL long-term, Isak broken leg out until at least March, and yet no shift in strategy. January remains a holding pattern. Liverpool will only act if a market opportunity appears. It's a phrase that we hear all the time, especially from Pearce. Translation, bargain, distressed seller, or someone begging to leave. Otherwise, it's quiet by design. Gay is still a summer plan. Pearce flatly shuts down January Gay talk. Says senior figures always expected him to run his deal down. Repeats the cost logic. Fee plus signing on bonus equals not worth it now. This is identical to what we've already heard. No update as such from James Pearce. And what I will say here is that I think Liverpool have inquired in January, which is what I expected them to. But with seeing what Ornstein has written today, which is in the video prior to this one, and this article by James Pearce today, it sounds like Liverpool have gone, yeah, it's too expensive, fuck it. That's opinion, all right, just from what I've read. Okay, academy padding equals activity optics. Endaye, Endukwe, Adekoya, all teams, all for the future. Well, I hope they don't break into first team, so I'll never pronounce them fucking names. You know what I'm like if it's not Jack Daniels or John Smith. Useful information, but let's be honest, this is window dressing. These deals do not affect first team decision making at all. The Canate context, but nothing about Madrid. Canate is mentioned purely as someone Slot can't afford to lose right now, but there's no contract update, no Real Madrid reference, no ticking clock. This is important. Pearce is deliberately not pushing that narrative here. That's interesting because, as we've seen before, there has been attempts by Real Madrid journalists working in collaboration with The Athletic, which was Ornstein last time, to kill the suggestion of Canate to Real Madrid. And here, Dave is flagging this up as this is important. Pearce is deliberately not pushing that narrative here, and that's in bold. So Dave wants you to know that. What's not being said in the article, and that matters, no suggestion Liverpool are accelerating centre-back plans because of injuries. No hint Canate's situation has changed. No Madrid noise. No urgency language like monitoring, reviewing, considering. This reads like a calming brief, not a probing one. Very similar to Ornstein, would you not agree? Word count reality check. We only usually do these usually on the silly exclusives, but Dave's thrown it in anyway. Approximate breakdown, 650 to 700 words. Actual new information, 150 words. Bradley injury confirmation, youth signings, their names and fees. Already known or recycled, 300 words. Gay logic, January quiet window framing. Filler and squad padding in the article, 200 plus words. Positional cover lists. And the Chiesa paragraph, which says nothing's happening. New info percentage in the article, 20%, around 20%. Reassurance and filler, 80%. Author and outlet context. Again, we only usually do this on exclusives, but let's see what it is. James Pearce, reliable. Yeah, he's a reliable journalist. Careful, yeah. Conservative with claims, yeah. Often acts as the club temperature gauge rather than an investigator, yeah. When Pearce says nothing's happening, you can usually believe it. The Athletic, excellent for background and structure, not where late window chaos breaks, and a perfect outlet for message discipline. Dave has bolded that, message discipline. This piece feels like reporting, this piece feels less like reporting and more like status confirmation. Final verdict. This is an update that confirms inertia, not clickbait, not misleading, but also not revealing anything fans didn't already suspect. It isn't transfer news, it's a weekly pulse check, and the pulse says calm, controlled, and stubbornly patient. Pearce is telling you Liverpool know their light at the back. They're still not panicking. And Gay remains a summer player. Injuries haven't changed a thing. And if you're waiting for January fireworks, don't hold your breath. Now, again, this article is available on the members' website. It's already on here. If you go to X or Facebook and look up Cop Talk, it's at Cop Talk. That's the same username on those two platforms. You can go and read a text version, a little bit different to what I've just given you. And I do like the text version ends, bad news Pearce living up to the nickname today. Calm, cautious, and here to remind you that January remains very boring indeed, much like the update itself. I love Davies mint. So, when I've uploaded this video, I'm going to put the analysis, the text version on CopTalk on coptalk.com. So if you go to www.coptalk.com, go to the front page, you will get that and the Pearce one if you want to take a look at a slightly different angle. It's already on the members website, but I just haven't put it on there yet. I forgot to do it. But like I say, it's on Facebook and X already. Okay, guys? So interesting that Joyce and Ornstein have gone with similar things today, suggest briefings. I would suggest an Ornstein briefing, and he's collaborated with Pearce, because they're both, you know, the last video I did about Ornstein today and this one, they were both part of the same article, so they're obviously working on that together. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you found it informative, please thumbs up the video, please drop me a comment. There's a love heart on here somewhere under my video if you want to support my channel. Massive shout out to my channel members, Schwad. They've got a football next to their name in the comments. Thanks, guys. I love you. And there's 3 links in the video description if you want to get me a beer or a coffee. As you should know by now, Revolut is my preferred one, although I never say never to the others as well. They're fine. But Revolut's my beer kitty for a Saturday after a hard, week at work for you guys. I've got 1 Magners in there at the moment, but I'm sure by Saturday I'll be having a few beers. All right, guys, don't forget, live on here tonight at 7.